evening. Welcome. It's wonderful to be on Ginos Spot.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. Drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Ginos Spot.
Ginos Spot.
Get to Ginos Spot.
Ginos Spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.
Ginos shot.
Get to Ginos Spot.
Ginos Spot.
Get to Ginos Spot.
Ginos Spot.
Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Get to Ginos Spot.
Ginos Spot.
It's time, Ruam Benoni. Yes, like that is one hell of a thing. I used to come out of that show and have like broken fingers and blood all over the place because I used to eat all those places. There was sores and things. That was a long time ago. Fantastic, lovely to have you on Ginos Spot tonight. I hope everybody's gonna have a jolt tonight. We have Kobie Potgieter, all the way from PE. Indeed, we're gonna chat to her tonight and see what makes her tick. The business ladies. That's right. And I see Michelle Telford's already on there. Hello, Michelle. I've got my gin here as well. Don't worry. I hope you've been doing your gin. I've got punters tonight, of course, from Keith. Thank you, Keith, for the punters. Fantastic. And I've got a little pink gin because our sponsors, of course. Hello, Philippa Fibri. She's somewhere in the house. This is Fitch and Leeds, of course. We've got the pink gin tonight, a little bit of pink gin, because the green gin wouldn't work. Because tonight we are in St. Francis, but it looks like I'm in the studio. How cool's that? Eh? It looks like I'm in the studio. In fact, I'm in the studio. You don't even know. You wouldn't have even known if I hadn't told you. Moorshi is quick indeed. I see there. And I see Rodney and Mitch. Mitch, your friend, is on there as well. Francois Teron Malan is there. Are you being green screened? I am indeed. Look at that. It looks so good. It looks like I could be. Let's put my drink down here as well. You put it down over here, over this side. You're just going to put my drink over there, if you don't mind, and I'll pick it up over here. They're going to go, how's that, huh? How's that? Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's working like a bomb. And so I'm in St. Francis tonight, which is fantastic. It's been a beautiful day, And I went and had a run, and I had another run today, 2 runs today, because I'm warming up, because we're going to be doing the Spa virtual run on the 4th of September as well. I hope you've all registered for the Spa virtual run to help with charities as well as Spa. It's national. It's fantastic. It's going to be amazing. And I see Zuma is in jail. We were all a bit worried. What's going to happen? Becky Taylor was like, I don't know. Maybe he's going to, whatever. Going to negotiate some more. In jail. And the best one was, of course, Carl Niehaus saying, you can't talk anywhere here. He was talking. And so, all right, I see Jess Johnson as well. Yeah, hello, Jess. Lovely to have you on board too. We're going to have a good jaw tonight. I tell you what, it's going to be really fun because I think Kobie's going to be good fun to have on board. And we have a song. Let's hit our song. Give me some comments to sing, guys. Give me some comments to sing. Thank you to Spa. Thank you to Spa and to Fitch and Leeds as well. Welcome to Ginos Spot. Well, my friends, the time has come to raise the roof and have some fun. The way, there's work to be done. Banayota Batsies. A very good evening to all. Wendy Tompkins, all in one party. Come on in, Michael Clement, come on and sing along. I said, he said, Italy's playing tomorrow. That's right, Sue Snodgrass, we're in 2 finals. 2 finals, alright. Wimbledon, alright. And soccer, Linda all night, yeah, all night long, yeah. Once you get started, you can't slow down. Whoa, I see Dorita, her is in town. She just says you're dwelling, yeah. You'll nicht wissen, you are Marie. Yeah, hello from the Karoo. Leckerei, Karoo. Jenny at the giggle. Oh, the Gino, Thelma Baden-Horst. Jambolin and Santimoya. Hey, Jumbo. Oh, yeah. Willem Venterfool. All night long. All night. Tanya. All night long. Peturious. All night long. All night. All night long. Yeah. Everyone you meet, they're dancing in the sea. Sue's my bros. Lano will love this. That's right, Lano. He never said what his fans said. He didn't, cause he need less fans. Brian Wilkinson. From the boardwalk. All night long. Panyona boxes. All night long. All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. It's going to be very nice tonight. Hello, Michael Clement. Viva Italia. Vincenza Euro. Sì. But it's going to be, we're going to win. We're obviously going to win. I know the English fans out there. You know, I know you probably got all the fans in the stadium and they're all going to be shouting and trying to shine laser lights in our people. Hello, Doreen Finnis. Keeping the spirit going. I am. So we're going to watch tomorrow. We've got sport all over the place. It's Wimbledon and Italians and soccer, Italians everywhere and sport everywhere. It's fantastic. So what a lovely weekend. I'm so glad the Grand Prix is not this weekend as well, because then the Grand Prix would have been like, what do you watch? I don't know what to watch. Not coming home to England, says Michael Clement. I see there's Michael saying it's not coming home to England. I don't know. You know, you never know with these things. You know, the Italians have been known to do some strange things in the past, but I think they're quite confident. We're going to hope for the best. I see Sean Appers online as well. Gino Italiano. Sì. Hello, Sean Appers. Lovely to have you on board. Oh, we'll see how it's going to go. So tomorrow, what a lekker day for all sorts of sport, for the tennis as well. It's lovely to watch Wimbledon, eh? You know, so many years since you've watched a bit of nice Wimbledon. Then Djokovic is the baddie. And then what's his name? Benedetti. I can't remember his name, but and then he's Italian as well. I just watched a bit of it the other day, but he looked like he was having a jaw. Woo! So it's going to be lekker. So enjoy tomorrow as well. But tonight we have Ginos Spot, and I'm glad you will come on because we've got Kobie Potgieter tonight, which is going to be fantastic fun. But first of all, we have our magical mixologist. So let's have a look at what dear old Justin has to say.
When the sun goes down and you need a little tickle, Finch and Lee's have got a flavor for the people.
Hey guys, welcome back to Magical Mixologist. The third moment is here. Alright, today we have the Blushing Mimosa, which is an orange, grape and cranberry flavored drink. And once again, here I am, simple, little bit of garnish, got some cherries, got some orange slices, and obviously a nice glass full of ice. So let's pop this boy. Boom. Love it. And I mean, this is just, it's actually too easy. This is sinfully easy. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, done. I mean, wow. A couple of cherries and a big orange slice. Cool. That is it. That is so simple, and that is how we make our blushing mimosas.
I'll make that blushing mimosa blush indeed.
It's starting to become a hazard.
I know. I'm just going to put in a little bit of this little bit of spooperello inside over here, just for a bit of a little, so vodka is very nice in there because you can't smell it. So
is that the reason?
And when I come home late at night, then my wife doesn't know that I've been drinking.
I think you have a few other giveaways.
I don't know. Cheers, bottoms up, everybody. Cheers to you, young man. Bloody marvelous.
Pitch and leaves, you've got a mixer that'll fix you on the table.
Fitch and Leeds, the bespoke mixer for the discerning individual. Cheers to you. Cheers to everyone. I hope you've got something to drink. Let me know what you're drinking. Let me know where you're watching from. Put some comments in it. Let me know where you're watching from as well, because we're going to have a competition later. All the members, all the people who comment tonight are in the draw for the case of Fitch and Leeds as well. So the Tour de France as well. Le Tour de France is saying, so the Tour de France is on as well. I cannot believe it. So much sport. So much sport this weekend. It's fantastic fun. I like it when there's a lot of sport. It gets your spirits up a bit, And my Lord, we need that during these lockdown times. Level 4 again. They're going to be looking at it again. They're re-looking at it, and maybe they're going to. I don't know if they're going to lift it. It doesn't make sense to really lift it. I suppose if it's no better or worse than it was before. So we just hope for the best, ladies and gentlemen, and we can hope that you all get your jab. I got my jab the other day, so that we can get rid of this bloody plague. Indeed. Coffee from the beautiful city of Gqeberha. Indeed, I see that Dale Watson having the lovely monkey shoulder whiskey. Oh, the monkey shoulder, very nice. Lovely choice there, Dale Watson. I like the monkey shoulder, very good indeed. I like a bit of whiskey, we must have a whiskey show, don't you think, Dale? We should have a show where I get to taste a lot of whiskey. I think that'll be fantastic. Good evening, David. Lovely to have you on as well. David always getting 1,000 calls. My street light is out and my pothole in my road. Kevin Vansell, watching from your hometown, Port Elizabeth. Excellent. I'm so glad. I see ReMax is online as well. Sue Snodgrass, Gin and Tonic from Sardinia Bay. Oh, look at you, Sue Snodgrass. Indeed. Is that the farm we ride past and it says Snodgrass there with all the horsey, the horses. Elmarie Legras. Lovely to have a bit of vino. That's always a good one, Vino is a good stalwart. Great idea. I think so, Dale. I think we're going to have to get some. Anybody knows anybody who does whiskey, let me know, because maybe we can have them on the show and to tell them about how we do whiskey, how we make whiskey, how we do it, and how we do, the stills and the pot stills, and Lord knows. Maybe we could get some Scottish people on to have a look and see what they do with the whiskey. All right, well, let's get on with this now. Sue Snodgrass, indeed. All right, so what we're going to do is on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, on Tuesday we have Martin Bester, ex-I'll go with MDJ, now in doing great things in Jacaranda land, up there in Pretoria, I suppose, in Pretoria. And he's just released a new song. So we're going to do a little bit of a preview of Tuesday's show as well before we get Kobie on. Let's have a look at what Martin Bester has to offer here, huh? Oh, that's great. Martin, gee whiz, what an amazing song as well. It's difficult to write in Afrikaans. It's not an easy thing because Afrikaans is very staccato. It's a staccato language, and I think he's made that. He's got the right words in there. It just lilts along beautiful. What a great song! And we're gonna have Martin on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you're all ready to go. We've got, I see, hi from beautiful Port Elizabeth. We've got Natasha Hugo online as well. Bertie's landing key 4 in the background. I see we're going to have our own beautiful waterfront soon, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call on our guest tonight. Our guest tonight is Kobie Potgieter, of course, from ReMax, and we're going to have her on. She's an amazing businessman. And I know that I love having strong women on the show, and I know that Kobie is one of them in PE. So let's welcome onto stage Kobie. Kobie.
Hello, hello. Hi, everybody.
Welcome.
Lovely being on the show with you.
Yes, fantastic to have you on. You know, I've you know, I said, I just alluded to it now, and I was saying that strong women. Our city needs strong women to go forwards, and Kobie, you are at the top of that list there, going strong for so many years at the business and teaching people showing them what to do. Show them.
Thanks, Gino. I of course think that every woman has got strength. We just sometimes need to pull a little bit, but they
Yeah.
all have got potential to be strong. And it's wonderful for me to be part of many women's journey in Port Elizabeth to help them achieve and become who they can be.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's because I sense these glass ceilings breaking. These things, women are able to go forward and show their strength and do it more these days. I think it's been. I mean, you would know because you've lived through it as well. That it's tough for women out there.
I think the fact that we sometimes have got that stereotype that women need to stand back for men. I think we
Yeah.
actually cause that because
Yeah.
there's no reason why we should stand back.
Yeah.
And not that I think I'm better than anyone else, but
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think just step forward and take it. And if there's a position, walk into it and do what you need to do and not wait. I think we wait too much. We need to be there
Yeah.
doing it because the woman can. I can tell you, not that I think women are better than men, not at all, but I
Yeah.
do think that women are more versatile and we can adapt to situations and we can read people.
Yeah.
We
Yeah. Yeah.
we train them from when they are babies. We know what they're
Yes.
made of. We know when to keep quiet. Not like men sometimes. They will say something and they won't even know what the effect is of what they're going to be saying. But I think as a nurturer and as somebody that trains and teaches from when our children are small, I just think we just able to connect in different ways that men can't.
Yeah, yeah, I absolutely agree, and it is that nurturing thing, that sensitivity and that empathy for people that you can see. You just don't say this or don't say that. Where the men they're just like a bull in a china shop, you're right.
Yeah, that happens most of the time with me. What I've engaged with, and I think there's also a place for that because sometimes I think we are too sensitive and we will be more forgiving and sometimes too
Yeah.
forgiving. So I
Yes.
do believe that there's definitely that place for men that sometimes just are a little bit more bombastic and just say this is how it's going to be. We will still want to nurture and get everything done. So
Yes.
I think the combination of that's how God made us. We need
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
need one another. The one can't be without the other.
Yes.
I think we need to build on the strengths that the two sexes have.
Yeah, yeah, I know we do absolutely. I've good comment on that because I just see in the corporate sector as well. When you're running your own business like you have as well, I'm sure it's probably different in that you don't have that sort of thing. But I think in big corporates, it's often a women are stopped from going up because of old stereotypes or old ways that men think.
Yeah, and I think also it's because we have to go and have babies, And I think for that time that you actually take yourself out, most
Yeah.
most big corporates
Yeah.
actually foreseen a woman not being there, all the way through, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
because family is important to us and it should be. But I
Yeah.
do see that a lot of women are now focusing more on their businesses, and if you look at who's buying houses now,
Yeah.
64% of the first-time home owners, um,
Yeah.
um, that's the sector of the market that is first-time home owners, and of the
Yes.
64, 50%, 50 of the 64 is
Yeah.
women. So what is that
That's
saying? It's saying that
that's
women are
incredible.
empowering themselves by getting out there, buying their property, not waiting for the men. And I see in our cell group, Mark and myself, my husband and myself, we are cell leaders in our church, and we've got a lot of
Yeah.
single women in our church, in our group.
Okay.
And all of them have got their own houses. They're not waiting to
Yeah.
get married and waiting for a man to buy them a house. No, they're out there, they're doing their thing, they're buying
Yeah.
their
Yeah. Yeah.
properties, and I think it's becoming more and more difficult actually for the men to keep up because the women are out there
Yeah.
doing their thing. So,
Yeah.
it's actually troubling if you look at it that there are not as many men coming into the market as women.
Yeah.
And why
Yeah. That's amazing.
are they not getting the good jobs? Or do they need to maybe start being more entrepreneurial, starting their own businesses?
Spending the money on all sorts of other cuck.
Or maybe
Like monkey shoulder, Dale Watson.
that's standing there behind you. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, I think it's just interesting to look at the market, and what is causing it, and
Yeah.
maybe for us to step out and see why is this happening? How can we fix?
Yeah.
How can we fix it? Can we get more single men buying
Yeah.
properties?
Yeah.
Because they're buying it just in their personal name, just the women.
Yes.
So,
Yes. It's amazing. It's
are there
amazing
not
to hear.
enough men? Are there not enough men
I
for the
don't
women?
know.
Are
I've
they
never
not
really.
married and buy with husbands? Maybe we must import a few men.
They don't need them. They don't need us anymore.
That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried
I
about.
know. Oh no, fantastic! And Kobie, I know that we were talking earlier about an award that you won, a worldwide award for and a study that was done on your business in Germany.
No, yeah, that was actually the I won the award last year
Yeah.
and the
Yes.
top global team for business owners in ReMax and globally. But
Yeah.
I was very fortunate in 2008 to go to Germany with my PA Lydia.
Yeah.
And yeah, they paid for both myself, for her, and for our families. Flew us to Germany, and I trained them in my PA system that I've developed. Actually, what happened in 2008, I was also the number one in the world, and they couldn't understand why an agent from Port Elizabeth could
Yes.
be the number one, because I mean he is not big. And when they did they started doing a study on me, and for 9 months I had to complete all these questionnaires online, and they phoned me and they wanted to know how I run my business, and I told them about my PA system that I've designed that
Yeah.
was working very effectively. And after the 9 months, they said to me they want to fly me to go and train the top 15 agents in Germany for ReMax. And
Yeah.
yeah, that was amazing. And it was
Yeah.
Mark, myself, and Lydia, okay, their two children, Lexi and Carmen went with. And yeah, and we then made a holiday of it, which was
Yeah.
amazing. And we were at Italy, and we actually went
Ah,
to
good. Good.
Italy, Switzerland.
Italy.
We just did a round trip. We rented a combi, and it was actually absolutely so amazing and actually
Yeah.
funny being a combi on a road trip. And
Yeah.
I don't know, for you guys that know my husband Mark,
Yeah.
he's extremely organized. He
Okay.
actually, because we needed to travel through 4 countries, he literally drew up a whole table, and we were like half an hour stop here because he toured Europe many times. So he said, okay, here we're gonna stop for 3/4 of an hour, where the whole trip was
Yes.
organized. I said to him, Lovey, don't
Yeah.
tell me about that map or where we need to be. Going with. I just want to drive and enjoy myself. So Mark was organizing it, but I must say, if he didn't, we wouldn't have ended up where we needed to end up to get
Yes.
onto the plane to come back. So yeah, and I think through ReMax, I've just experienced so many wonderful, amazing things. So I
Yeah.
can
Yeah. Yeah.
just grateful that my journey went that way. You know, that I could be part of this amazing company. We,
Yeah.
you know, we learn new things every day, and we can compete in the world market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fantastic that's to have a global thing all the way from PE. You know what I mean? It's a phenomenal thing. And I mean, let's just get into the history a bit of your history. Kobie, were you born here? Born and bred in PE or not?
Actually was born in Bethlehem, but not Jesus'
Ooh.
Bethlehem. Free State.
Nome del Padre, del Figlio e dello Spirito Santo.
So yeah, in Bethlehem, I was born there. My father was a farmer, and
Okay.
I was born in, and we actually stayed in Kestel. We had a farm. My father had a plane, and we flew. He flew from Bethlehem to Kestel to our farm, and
Yeah.
the plane crashed.
Wow.
I was
Oh.
2 years old, and yeah, my
Ooh.
father passed on. Then my mother remarried, and
Okay.
I never knew my father because I was too small. My mother remarried, and
Okay.
had a wonderful stepdad, but he also wanted to. I mean, every time when there was an opportunity for him to grow in the business, he traveled. So the
Yeah.
reason why I'm able to make friends so quickly is because every year to every second year I stayed in a different town in the Free State. So
Yo, so a bit of traveling.
yeah, so grade 1, grade 2 I was in one school, grade
Okay.
3, 4 in another school, 5 in
Yeah.
another school, the standards.
Yes, then 5, yeah.
So I used to be 1, 2, 3, 4 in another school, standard 5 we came to PE. Thank the Lord. And then we
Okay.
stayed.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. So yeah.
yeah. So I thought that was normal, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You walk into a new class, you know, no one, you just ask them what's their
Yeah.
name and you start playing with them. And I think
Go.
that's made also one of the character traits that I have is I can just go in anywhere and I'm fine. And maybe that's, you know, the Lord wanted to work it like
Yeah.
that my
Yeah.
life was like that. Then I was in Charlo in standard 5.
Okay.
Yeah, in PE, and in high
Yes.
school I went to DF Malherbe when I was there, and from standard 6 to matric, we didn't
No,
move again.
sorry.
It was amazing.
Yes, Kobie, you know, and I was just up the road there in Villiers Road as well. We could have even seen each other, you know.
Exactly. And then I studied here for 4 years. I studied a teaching diploma, and
Okay.
then I taught for 10 years. I was a teacher, grade 1 and 2 teacher for 10
Okay.
years. And
Whereabouts
then
did you teach?
Moorebach Primary
Moerbach.
School in
Oh, so is it?
Kensington.
Okay, yeah, no, lekker.
Tell you one thing. When you're a teacher, you actually learn everything you need to know and do in life, and you're able
Yeah.
to juggle so many balls. And I also wanted to become headmaster of his school. So when I started at Moorebach,
Yes, yes.
I immediately started doing everything that a headmaster needed to be able to do. I did the bookshop, you know, I conducted the choir, I did
Yeah,
everything that a teacher could possibly do.
yeah,
And I always say to the children that, you know, when you're a teacher, you get a very bad salary. You don't get a very
yeah,
high salary. I mean, my mother's a
yeah,
teacher, my sister's a teacher. And I mean, I was a
yeah.
teacher. So,
Yes.
but you do so much and you don't work to earn because your salary is your salary. You can work
Yeah,
10 times harder and you can work and you can do nothing, but you can't,
yeah,
you know, as a teacher. We all know
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yes, yeah.
That
Yeah,
your effort is not related to your income.
yeah,
And I think what I learned by being a teacher is that I just did everything to the best of my ability every day. And
yeah,
because I also wanted to achieve and I wanted to become a headmaster, maybe that's why I did it. But I mean,
yeah.
that's in me. Whenever I start something, I always want to be the best at whatever I do. So
Yes.
when you apply yourself, even if you don't get remunerated, you actually do yourself a favor because the more you learn how to do things and learn to do it effectively, you're actually bettering yourself. And I think that's something that we need to teach our children, because they almost want to make you coffee and get some money, or they want to make their bed and then, they want something. They always want something for something. But if you learn in life that you need to give, and build yourself so that you're able to be stronger, better, being able to do more, quicker, faster, more effective, you actually you enable yourself to be an achiever.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that we need to instill in our children, that in the long run you benefit by actually doing more, and not just doing what you have to do, but always going beyond what you have to do.
Yeah, you got to have that wow factor, that thing that makes you, puts you in that top percentage.
Yeah, don't just be happy with something mediocre,
Yes.
and give of yourself, not expecting back, but building yourself in the process. And then in the end, when I stopped being a teacher, because I don't know if you know that I also had a modeling school, because when I taught at yes, I did.
Yes.
So it wasn't a modeling school, it was a grooming school. And I'm always very, precise about the fact that it wasn't modeling school, because beauty for me means absolutely nothing. But to be groomed, to be to present yourself in a good manner, to have confidence, and those things in children, I think is very important. But the minute you start focusing on beauty, then, it's shallow. So when I started at Moravach, the children weren't very refined. My mom always used to say, when you chew lips together, don't shout. When you sit knees together, all those little things that not all mothers always teach their children. So I thought I need to teach the children that. So I started with 15 children at Moravach with my grooming school. Because when I was a teacher, I was a finalist in the Miss for the college.
Yes.
I won a course. But because I cannot just do one, there were 3 courses, so I just quickly completed the second and the third one.
Lovely.
Because just to quickly do everything. When I started at Moravach, I looked at these girls and I thought, you know what? They need to learn etiquette, how to eat, how to lay a table, how to stand, how to walk, how to talk. We did public speaking, everything in the course. So it was a very formal course. We had, all the notes and everything prepared. But why I'm saying this is you basically holistically then developed that child. And through everything that I've done, I really think that in business, you really have to develop yourself holistically as well. I just realized that it's not just knowing the information, knowing your area of expertise, say whether it's property, whether it's whatever it is, but to also make sure that all the other facets of your life is intact. You present yourself correctly. You've got that spiritual calmness, and you at peace with who you are. And then obviously your SQ, IQ, PQ, and your EQ is your most important thing, is your emotional intelligence. And that is what I said in the beginning when I was speaking about the men and the women. Your emotional intelligence, that's extremely important to really connect and feel people. So, and that is what I did prior to being in real estate.
Okay. So it's good preparation for sure. Definitely.
I think it's something, that we need to also relate to the people that work for us, to our children, to work on all the aspects and not just focus on one or two.
And I see Heidi. I see Heidi saying, "Sing Kobie, sing."
It's one
I,
thing.
I believe you sing a little bit as well. We couldn't get a track to you in time here to try and do something.
I'll have to sing it. I'll have to sing it to you. But what I'll do is I'll let Heidi do it backstage and I'll mime it. And then
Because Heidi
then
could,
Heidi can sing.
she can as well. She does. She does well. But it's so cool. And so PE. Do you see PE as your home then? Because I mean, obviously you started there and your schooling was here.
Yeah, basically I was here from standard 5 and I never left. And I think maybe also because my parents moved around so much when I was younger. For me, I've been staying in the same house now for 23 years. I don't want to
Yeah.
move. It's almost
Yeah.
like I'm verskrik.
Yeah.
If I just think of moving, I think back of when I was small and I had to pack and unpack and pack and
No.
unpack. And I think for that reason, I didn't even want to leave PE to go and study. I just wanted to study here. I wanted to stay
yeah.
in PE. And that's why PE is so very much in my blood. I don't want to go
Yes.
anywhere. I just want to be here in PE with my people. I love my
Yeah.
people. I love PE.
Well, I mean,
And
we always say
growing up-
like your connections or your it's your tribe. It's your it's so important in business as well. Obviously, to have these connections of yours.
It's so nice because I mean, also I deal with people, and then they will say, Kobie, especially with new people, they'll phone me and say, Kobie, I need this, I need that, and I say, okay,
Yeah.
no, for this one, I can just say, what do you need? I can give you this. This guy's the best at that, and I think
Yes.
that's what he's so wonderful because we're literally like family. We know one another, our children. I mean, even
Yeah.
Gino, Chelsea and Lexi went to school together. I used
know.
to see at all the functions next to the sports field. We have coffee next to the field. Then I,
I
see
know. It
you.
was so cool.
Then you come to Sun City and you MC for us there.
You
And
know.
it's like you go away from PE, but you still
Yeah.
take PE with you. You always
Yes,
have
you
your
do.
PE with you. And that's what's so amazing for me about our city.
It is
You know.
lovely. I've got a little message from your daughter here. Quickly, we just got one this afternoon just to send in.
Are you serious?
Let's have a look. I don't know if Gary's got it ready for us. Quickly.
Hey Ma, I'm sending you all my love. You are so amazing and you have the biggest heart ever and you've worked so hard to get to where you are at the moment. Love you so much and I'm sending you all my love and I can't wait to spend another mommy daughter night with you. Love you so much. Can't wait to see you soon. Bye.
Just a quick drop in for you. Just a quick one.
One of my things that's really bad is that I always cry and I wish I didn't. Whenever I'm happy, when I speak about my children, I just always want to cry when I'm happy. And I never cry when I'm sad.
Not.
I must say I'm how can I say? Obviously, sometimes I am sad, but
Yeah.
I don't cry when I'm sad.
Okay.
I just, hold it and I can,
Yeah.
I deal with it. But
Yes.
when I speak about my children and when I'm happy, or even when when my heart feels full, then I just want to
Yes.
cry. My agents, I think they must think, oh my goodness, Kobie. Sometimes I just speak and then I get so emotional in my speech and then I just cry. And someone's like, I don't know why, but
It's good to let it out. It's good. You got to have that therapeutic thing as well. It's good.
how embarrassing it is because you're in this serious moment and then you need to speak and then you can't get the words out.
It's okay. It's good. It shows your empathy and your reality, the reality in you. It's good. It's good to cry a bit. And I mean, you said to with your sadness and stuff. I mean, it's not too good to bottle it all in either. So you should let go a bit every now and again.
Yeah,
They say.
I think it's I think you know what I mean. My history and with Rudy passing on and all that. And you cry, you deal with it, you work through it, and but I must say you actually become much stronger through everything that you experience. But I think more than anything for me in my life, Gino, is that I'm really just grateful. I just feel that my cup is overflowing with just gratitude for all the blessings that God's given me. So I really when I think that I need to complain about something, then I just can't even think of anything, because when you look around you and you see what other people have got, then you can just not complain. Then you can just be so grateful for everything that God's given you, that you just want to share it, and you want to share God's goodness, and make other people's lives better if you can.
Yeah. I mean, at this stage, talking about that as well, I mean, at this stage, the property market is sort of booming at this time. How's that possible? I don't understand. It should be like nobody's got any money. Oh, we've got any money. Nobody's got jobs, but everybody's buying houses.
Everybody's buying houses, and I think, are we not supposed to be in a recession with COVID and everything? But I mean, we've had some of our best months ever, and obviously the interest rates are making a massive impact, because people that could never afford a house can now afford a house, and especially our market has literally changed now from a buyer's market to a seller's market. We literally are reaching prices now that we've never reached. We've just broken three records this month. 3 records.
Yeah.
We've gotten the ceiling price for Broadwood, 2.475 million, never reached. We've broken the Mangold Park record with the offer of 3.2 million.
Wow.
Lovely, 7.5 million. Done deals. Guarantees are in. So it's not just in the lower price brackets that the market is buoyant. It's literally in all the six segments. And also the market between 2.2 and 3.5. It was almost like those people were just waiting. In the last 6 weeks, that market has just exploded. So we've had a lot of sales now in that market. So I think the confidence, the investment confidence is absolutely growing, and I think also holding. I don't want to speak politics at all. But with where we are now nationally, with our political situation and people being held accountable for what they've done, I think it's also helping a lot.
Helps, eh?
We want to know that we are safe, that we can invest in property, and and I think we must just continuously pray for our country, because we've got the most amazing country, and we all need to stand together and hold hands and work with one another, to make this country what it can be.
Just make the big picture, go forward. Don't hassle with the crap. There's going to be crap no matter what, Just look forward. Let's try and make it better. That's what I want to do as well. Absolutely.
And I think with each engagement that you have, make it a positive engagement.
Yeah.
Treat people with respect.
Yeah.
Be courteous. It doesn't take anything from you. So it doesn't matter who you're engaging with. If we can all just be decent, I think it'll go a long way. But yes, the market is brilliant.
It's brilliant. Do you think it's? I mean, in the back of my head, I've got that if there's risk in the economy, then people put their money in property. Is that maybe what it is? I don't know.
Can I tell you? If you really look at it, the markets are so versatile, buoyant. And then it's fluctuating. Then it's up, then it's down. You actually never know where you stand. And I'm very much a control freak. I need to know exactly where I'm going to be today, tomorrow, next day, in 10 years' time, 20 years' time. My whole life is planned like that. And I've always been like that from when I was very small. And everything that I have today, I've accumulated just through property. Property is the the best way to accumulate wealth. And so everybody that's out there, if to rather buy than rent, to invest your money wisely in property and speak to the experts, ask them.
Yeah.
We have got training sessions in investment portfolios. How do you do it? But the thing is, we do not actually spend the time to find out how can we actually become financially independent. We just do today's work today. We focus on what we have to do today and what we can eat today. And you don't actually sit back and think, okay, I need to plan now for my retirement. How much money will I need to put away? Because you cannot put enough money away. Let me tell you that much. You can save enough money to retire. So you either will have to have an annuity or something that's going to pay out, or not even that is going to be enough. You need about, according to the specialists, they say you need about 15 million rand to retire comfortably. You still got that, but
it's a little more than what I've got at the moment, you now.
Niemand kan aftree nie. Ons moet almal we have to continue working until the day we die. But
I'm going to do that.
If you can invest your property, your money in property wisely, and you can get your passive income, you can actually get there. So, but there are also challenges.
Otherwise, we just drink to. We drink till we forget. Oh my word! But and so I mean, it's amazing to me that is it's so buoyant. It's incredible, and I know before we even get to the because obviously you've been with ReMax. Were you independent originally, and then you joined?
Yes, actually, how it happened is we bought this house that we're staying in 1997, and then after that, my late husband Rudy said to me, he thinks that I should become an estate agent, and I said to him, I will never be able to sell a house because then I was a teacher. And then it was only then in 2020 that I actually then went into real estate. So it's, and I did the course, and after, actually it was very funny because I didn't want to resign as a teacher because I was scared. You're always scared. You're going to resign, you're not going to have...
The income is going to stop.
You've got expenses and my mother, that is a teacher, said to me, my kind, jy gaan nou jou mediese fonds verloor, jou pensioen verloor, en jy gaan nou 'n agent word. She said, to become a real estate agent. And it was actually, I started doing it part-time, which you actually cannot do. I wrote the exam, and it was only when it was over that December, and in those days the December holiday was like 6 weeks. In that 6 weeks I worked like crazy, and I was just blessed because I knew to so many people then. So it wasn't like the norm, but I had 200 models then, or in my modeling school, my grooming school. So that I taught on a Saturday. So I've always worked extremely hard. So Mondays to Fridays I taught at Moorabouw. Saturday mornings at 9 o'clock I started with my modeling school, and then every hour I had another class. So I had different levels that you could do: your beginners, your advanced, your intermediate, and then your agency. Okay. So I had all the hours worked out, and with all the children and the parents in that school, I then started working just with buyers, because nobody wanted to give me a house because they actually knew that I knew nothing. They knew I knew nothing. So I just worked with the agents and with my pupils' parents that were looking for houses. And I actually started selling 5 houses on average a month. It was crazy. The people I just,
Okay.
I don't know how it happened, but I just did it. So that
Yeah.
February, I actually have made up my whole salary for the whole year. So,
Oh
so
my
my
word.
so Rudy said to me, I think you can now resign. And I
Yeah.
looked at the figures because he was doing the figures. I never look at the figures. To be quite honest, I don't even look at what I make. I look at the company's figures because I need to
Yes.
pay them. And that I look at, but money is never important to me. People think money is
Yeah.
important. It means absolutely nothing. I just need to make enough money to actually pay my bills and to have enough
Yeah.
for whatever I'm busy with. But the money is not important. But
Yeah.
what happened is um, I then made that money and I could resign.
Yeah.
And then I did for the rest of that year, I still did my modeling classes on just the Saturday. So
Okay.
I still had
Okay.
that little bit of a backing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
at December, and then I closed, then I sold the modeling school. And
Sure. Okay.
then I was full time, and now it's 20 years that I'm in real estate.
20 years. I mean, it's clearly something that you just had a knack for as well and went into it and you know, it was something that you took to, you know. So that's amazing. That
Yeah,
and the modeling business, everything else it just sort of it
no,
paled in comparison.
yeah, I actually was making more money with my modeling school than with it being a teacher because I was earning 7,000 and I'll still remember it today. My salary
Yeah.
was 7,000 rand. And
Yeah.
also what made me think about it because I was teaching from Mondays to Fridays earning 7,000 rand and
Yeah.
my modeling school gave me 13,000 rand a month. So
Yo.
together I had an income of 20,000 rand for then 20 years ago. It was a substantial income, but if
Yeah.
you really look at effort and income, and remember in real estate also, it's about income for effort. You
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
not income for effort, income for results.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in real estate, in any industry where you are
Yeah.
working on a commission basis,
Yeah.
you will never get remunerated for effort. You only get remunerated for results.
For that result, yeah, that
So
that
you can
sale.
show a million houses. You can show houses
Yeah.
from the morning till the night, but if you can't get the right buyer to the right property and you can close the deal, you will not have a successful sale.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it just won't bring you income. But if you like working and you like putting the effort in,
Yeah.
then it's such an amazing industry to be in because
Yes.
the harder you work, the more you do, the better your
Yeah.
result.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
and the more your income is.
No, it's fantastic. I'm gonna just interrupt you a bit because we've got one other video that I want to play that we got in, and that's from of course we both know Adrian Gosling as well. Is left to something. Let's see what he has to say too.
Oh
For
my
having me on your
goodness.
show. Just
Here come I.
to send a quick shout out. But before I send the shout out to this evening's guest, I want to send a shout out to you. What you've managed to achieve in these last, 18 months now, just on 18 months is phenomenal. But in the entertainment and hospitality industry have been absolutely hammered, but somehow you've kept a positive attitude and you keep putting smiles on people's faces, and
Cheers,
it makes a
Adrian.
difference. It makes a huge difference. You sort of epitomize that whole, when life throws you lemons, make lemonade. And then you got a sponsor from Fitch and Leeds, so now you don't even have to make lemonade. They deliver it to you weekly. But my real shout out is for this evening's guest, and that's to Kobie Potgieter. Kobie, what you've done for ReMax is phenomenal. In fact, not just for ReMax, but for real estate as a whole, and specifically in Port Elizabeth. You continue to impress, you continue to grow, your business continues to do well. And I think it's because of your nature, your personality, and the way you treat your clients and the way you treat people around you. I just want to say from ReMax and from, I guess, all of real estate, thank you for what you do. Keep doing it, and God bless. Bye.
Oh, is it funny baas af?
Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Well, I
No
must say,
problem.
the phenomenal leader. And we are just so blessed to have him. And he's also like, you know, he's a good father. He's a good husband. He's a good all-round person. And I think that to me is what's so amazing. Not for me, you don't impress me if you're good in business or just good at this or just good at that. You need to be everything. You need to be a good husband. You need to be a good cook because I can't cook.
Yes.
Not-
Oh, really?
Yeah, you need to not just focus on business because you'll be the poorest person. Don't focus on making money. Focus on changing people's lives. And I think the more you do for people, the more people's lives you can change, the more meaning your life will be. And I think that's why I feel so full. I feel so grateful, and because I can see the change that is happening in people when I engage with them, when I teach them, when I train them, when I guide them, when I lead them. And to me, that is more meaningful than all the money in the world.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get into some general questions just about the business as well. I mean, have you ever had to deal with like disreputable people, like a seller or somebody who's dodgy?
Yes, actually, I forgot one. As the stalkie wat ek julle wil vertel. So I get this call from this guy, and he's flying in, and I meet up with him. Now I don't take strangers in my car, so he was following me. We rented a car. Only when I know you, and I've dealt
Oh, really?
with you.
I was asking for a lift sometime.
No, I'll take you.
Oh,
Gino. all good. But anyway, so I show him the properties, and then he says to me, okay, you would like to put an offer in on this one, and this one. He actually, I kid you not, he said to me he's got $5 million that he wants to invest in property. So I take him, he likes this, he asks the right questions. Then I say to him, okay, now how are you going to pay? Where is the cash?
Yeah.
And this was now not through I haven't done all the properties that I lined up that I wanted to show him. Then he said to me, no, the cash is in Cape Town. So I said, okay. Well, is it in a safe deposit box or, at the bank? What is it? I said, he said it's in a suitcase in his hotel room. So I said, it's either drug money or diamond or some kind of illegal money. So, but now I'm scared he might kill me because I now know that he's got cash. So I said to him, sir, I think, you first need to get it into the system. Once it's in the system and it's in a legal, like either in a bank or anywhere that you can get it in the system, then you must please come back and we can do all the offer to purchases. But until it's in the system, I will not be able to conclude this sale with you.
Yeah.
You can't believe that people actually want to buy money with a suitcase full of cash.
A suitcase.
I've heard there are so many things that I can tell you. But,
it's like a World Cup soccer,
but you know what? You also get to know your customers, especially when people say that they're trading in commodities. Then I always think, these people. They're getting money from Russia. They do a deal with America, and they're using you in South Africa to get the two together. And I think, really? You think that Russia and if America is going to be dealing through you to get oil or iron ore or whatever? So, but you know what? The weirdest thing is the people believe it. They actually believe it, and they. If I didn't know better, because I must say in the very beginning, who am I? I was a teacher, teaching at Kobies. My knowledge of moving of iron ore between Japan and India or China or whatever, I didn't know anything. So my first deal I did, I actually thought, this guy is really doing this deal between America and Japan or wherever. After we waited for probably 6 months, the money still didn't come. And they've got all these documentation to substantiate the deal and the money. And
Yeah.
they've got funding in bank accounts. And it looks so legit. But then I actually learned. But you know what? You actually
Yeah.
laugh. And
Yeah,
we've got
yeah.
some wonderful experiences, Gino.
Yeah.
We have fun. We have fun
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
the people that we work
Yes.
with. Lots of
Oh.
laughs, but you know, you need to keep a straight face when you're in
Yeah, I'm
front
sure.
of it. You know that it's never going to happen. Japan is never going to work for you, but you know, you
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
it respect. And then I always say, you know what? Once the payment's done, the money's in your account,
yeah.
then we do the deal because
Okay.
I know it's never
Yeah.
going to happen, but you deal
Yeah.
with other people in the right way because I mean
Yes. Yes.
they will not believe me if I tell them it's never going to happen. You know, I've
Yeah.
tried
Yeah. And of course that.
in the
Yeah.
beginning. I said, listen, I've had like 100 deals like this in the last 20 years. Not one of them have happened. But I always say to them, just tell me, have any of the deals materialized before? No, not yet, but this one.
This one is gonna happen. Oh, yeah. No,
This one-
what's the least fun thing about being an estate agent?
The least fun, probably, I think it's the least fun.
Yeah.
What makes me the saddest is when
Yeah.
I disappoint somebody that didn't get a property. You know, they really
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
a property and they couldn't sell their property in time and they lose it and they literally some cry. You know, that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
so if you were not in time to get the whole deal together, but if you do get it together and you can see some people crying because you could make it
Yeah.
work, then it's so rewarding. But I think the least fun probably was definitely the show houses. Believe you me.
Okay. All right.
Sunday. Can I tell you? Every Sunday, Mark cooks the best meals on a Sunday.
Oh
Best
man.
meal because Mark can really cook well. I've got the
Yeah.
best chef. My husband is amazing in the kitchen. And all other aspects is amazing. But then everybody after lunch goes and sleeps. You know,
Yeah.
hulle gaan almal vir 'n uiltjie knip. And then
Elkie.
I have to take my bag. That was now before COVID. That's the one thing about COVID that I really, really appreciate. That we don't have
Yes.
showers anymore. You know, I have to take my bag and put my high heel shoes on and go to
Yes.
so I think probably the worst thing that I mean, you know what, with showers is not to be funny, but I mean, if you get 5 people, you're lucky. Most showers, you get 1-2 people and it's really so unproductive, but
Yeah.
you know, you do it more for the sellers than for the buyers.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But anyway, that's probably the least nice thing about being an estate agent.
Okay. I see Hank saying there. What did you say there? Can you
Oh,
read that?
Yes, wasn't it for Kobie? Then I wouldn't been able to stay in my house. Yeah,
Yeah.
Henkie, you were one of the 5% that actually bought at a show house. But listen, that was the best day. That was Henk Grootendorsh and Lila, very good friends of mine. So lovely to have
good.
you with us tonight. Very special people. I mean, Henk and Lila with their Christmas lights for Love More Heights. They literally have put Love More Heights app. They've done the lights.
Is that the spot there on the top of the hill? That's
Yes,
all,
that
all the lights.
house. I sold them that house.
Oh, fantastic. I love it.
And
I love
can
it.
I tell you a little bit of what's happened there?
Yes, yes.
I couldn't not take other offers in, but Henk and Lila bought it subject to their house selling in Framesby Gardens, Framesby extension. And I will never forget it. I was working so hard to sell their house, and the day that we only had one day left, and I sold their house to a cash buyer, and their house was then sold, and they could get this house. This was one of those moments where I can't remember if Lila cried, but I think I wanted to cry from relief that I got it. Lila and Henk said to me, "Kobie, ons moet hierdie huis kry, ons moet hierdie huis kry." And I think that is what really so rewarding for me is when I make somebody's life work, you know, because if your house is like your castle, it's your
Yeah.
everything. It's your, your ice is your ice.
Yeah,
And
yeah. It is your castle.
if you can put a person in the most prized possession that they'll ever own, and they are happy, I promise you that is the nicest feeling. When you
Yeah.
see that, it's like a match made in heaven. It's like, when it goes poof, and it's almost like, like in a fairy tale, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Explodes.
what makes it so nice for me, Gino, is the fact, and I think that is why I don't want to stop selling houses, because
Yeah.
I don't want to stop seeing the magic. I've got the offices that I own and run, and I do my running of my offices in the morning, and I have my meetings, my trainings, and everything in the morning, and then in the afternoon, then I run with my clients and I do my deals, mostly here in Lapmore Heights, where I stay. But I think that magic that you experience is just special with people like. Yeah,
So that's the worst and the best then, for sure.
for sure.
And sort of for advice for somebody just what getting the business side done before we get into some other questions as well. Advice for someone wanting to sell or buy a house in today's market now.
You know what? I think the best advice I can give people that want to sell is to really look at their house with a critical eye.
Okay.
Because what you present to the clients is so important. And most of the time, or I will say 99% of the time, I will say to my clients, listen, this is what you need to do. Open your counters, present your house. I will tell them and I'll give them all the important aspects that they need to adhere to make the house saleable. But some people don't make beds. They don't take that. Don't do the dishes. Don't mow the lawn. The pool is green. I mean, you can't expect a good price if you don't present yourself. Paint the house. Make sure that it's crisp. If the gutters, need a little bit of washing down with sugar soap, do it. And the thing is, I strongly feel that we need to involve our children in chores in the house to teach them that they need to be house pride.
It's easier said than done.
You know what? You need to give them pocket money or not. I believe that children should be remunerated for assisting. And the thing is, we teach our children to be lazy. I'm very much one for, with Lexi and Carmen, if their bed's not made by 11 over the weekend, I deduct 100 Rand from their pocket money. So they need to learn. And I think we need to be stricter as parents because we're busy raising lazy children.
The
parents, when I go to the house and I say, there are teenagers in this house. Give them a bucket of sugar soap. Let them come and start washing down. But then the parents all look quite scared of the children. They don't want to do anything. So I think we need to set the right example because those children will again need to have they need to have their own houses one day and be house pride. And
absolutely, they need to know those things. Yeah, for sure.
And
is there lots of politics in the estate agent's business? Is there...
You know what? There will always be politics. Where there are people, there will be politics. There's always people being jealous of one another, people talking about one another. But I always say, just look ahead and do your thing. And, people will always skinner. They will always want to put somebody else down. I just keep quiet. I do my thing. I think when you reach the age that I'm as well, I'm 52. And I think to myself, I don't have time for nonsense, And people waste time on things that actually is so meaningless. And so they will carry on about this and that. And I just say, you know what? Thank you, Lord Jesus, for everything. I focus on what I'm doing. The less you look left and right, the less you are worried about the person next to you. I always say there's enough sun for everyone.
Yes,
God
there is.
just give me a sun ray. There are many sun rays.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
don't need to worry that, you're not going to get a little piece of the sun. Focus on doing what you do well. And
Yes.
if you do what you do well just for today, and sometimes agents also get worried because, the phone doesn't ring or they don't make a sale for the month or whatever. Then I say, don't worry, just do what you can do today for today. And then you've had a
Yeah.
good day.
Yeah.
You can't also always be successful each day, but if you do the steps that you need to do every day, then eventually the results will come, but don't give up.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't
Yes.
give up.
In anything, you can't give up because if you keep going, it's going to be successful. It's true. It's true.
Just
I
keep
see.
going.
I see Keith Marie saying the neighbor of Priscilla Language, late Priscilla Language. When Priscilla passed, I think it looks like he came to you then and did a deal in 2001. Many more thereafter, he says. That's Keith Marie from the Spur.
Absolutely. And you know what? Keith's house was one of the first houses I sold. And you know what? I don't know if you guys know Debbie Tate. Debbie Tate, that was now Debbie Swartz, and Auntie Daff.
Okay.
Auntie
Yes.
Daff Tate. That was working on she's a legend in PE. I'm sure you must know her.
Yeah.
She worked with Ritters all her life. She was
Okay.
almost like Mrs. Ritters, You never
Yes.
all my rings and everything I always bought for Auntie Daff. They were in our church. We went to church together. But that was Debbie Tate's house then that Keith bought, and I'll never forget it. And I'll never forget that house, Keith. Yeah, and it's just so wonderful to still see you at the Spur. Wonderful
Yeah,
people.
yes. Still going strong.
That
Surviving
was 2001.
as well.
That was 2001.
She was and it's a long time ago. It was like 20 years ago.
Dis 20 jaar. Dis 20 jaar.
She's like, en I see so lekker om saam met julle twee vanaand kom kuier. Lekker. Drink jy
nee.
ietsie daar, Carmen?
No, and Carmen, as children went to school, Carmen and her children went to school here at primary with our children.
Okay, yes, okay.
Yeah.
I see Lydia saying that you clean the ceilings. You get in there, eh?
Yes. Now, can I tell you what happened the other day? We went to do a valuation in Roland Park.
Yeah.
And so I get into the house. Now, look, I'm not lazy to work. We grew up and we worked. I did
Plaas meisie, I say.
Jy kom van die plaas af, elke naweek op plaas speel. My handjie staan vir niks verkeerd nie. And so we get into this house in Roland Park, and I go into the flat, and the ceiling is black. Now I know all this takes because it's not damp, it's mold, and mold you can wash with sugar soap or jig. So now and then I think, you know what, these people must now just see that it comes off, because when I show this house, this black mold needs to be off. So I go to the kitchen, I say, just give me some jig and a lappy. So I just take the chair there, and I want to just show the woman that it's actually easy. I was thinking she can do it, she can actually do it, or the husband can do it. I don't want to show a house with a black ceiling. So there I take the chair, and as I do it, I think it was Oki or Lydia that were videoing me. So as I'm cleaning it, they put the video with me cleaning the mold of the house in Roland Park on our agents chat group. And it was like, and
oh, nice. No, it's good. You got to keep it. You got to keep that going. Get in there and do it.
Yeah. While you're doing it, I always say to my agents, you know what? We must not live a boring life, and you determine whether you are boring or not. You determine your fun and your happiness. So, and one song I really, really love that song. That Nightbird, that girl that just died from cancer. I'm sure you have listened to it. It's okay. And what her motto in life was, when I read that and I was looking at that, and she said, you choose to be happy, not because of your circumstances. Your circumstances don't determine whether you are happy or not. You choose to be happy. And I think we need to step out and we need to decide, I'm not going to be boring. I'm going to be fun. I'm going to laugh more. I'm going to love more. I'm going to give more of myself to the people around me, because life is tough. We can't say life is a storm, because it's not. Sometimes it really actually sucks. But the way we respond to it, we can still have fun. I mean, Gino, look at you. You make people laugh. You make people happy. And that's what you do as a job. But we need to become more like that. We need to be more in tune with people. And doesn't matter what you do, to have a lighter heart and to be more forgiving with people around us, not getting angry for no reason. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, you don't know the story behind it. If somebody's doing something that's there's always a story behind it. It's not 98% of the time. It's because there's if somebody's doing something that's freaking you out, or there's a reason. There's another reason for it, and if you understand that reason, then you can understand what they're doing as well.
Absolutely. Now we're gonna change PE, Gino.
No, I see it's the two lights of PE. We will be the lights. Oh, thanks, Nikki. Oh man, there's enough sun for everyone. There's also, I love that as well. There is, and for any industry, musicians, and if you also work together, like one of the questions here, Gary, I see he's put is what do your opposition think of you?
You know what? I think that my opposition, if they know me, many people will talk about me and I've never even met them.
Yes.
And then always, it's so sad. People have got things to say about me, but they've never even spoken to me. So I think people will always feel threatened by opposition.
Yes.
But I think if we can get to a position, because I'm not scared not to be number one. I really am not. I'm way over that. I'm doing it more for my agents, because I need to be the example. I need to try my best and be my best. And that, for me, I always say to them as well, if you do your best, it's good enough. So I will continue to do my best. I'm not the youngest anymore. I definitely think I've got probably the most knowledge for me, I think, after 20 years and everything that I've done. But at the end of the day, I'm ready for somebody to take me, to come past me and take the lead. Because I don't need to prove myself. I'm just doing what I can today as well as I can do it. And that's good enough. That's good enough. And I think for everybody out there, we don't have the same ability. We're not the same person. But if God has given you a talent and you use that talent to the best of your ability, and you've done your best, you've achieved what you needed to achieve. Whether you sell one house a month, whether you sell 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 hours, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You have done your best.
It's true, and if you keep on at it, it's going to be successful. There's no way about it. What's better to rent or to buy right now?
Definitely buy. I mean, with
always buy.
Always buy. Because the thing is just the rent. The rental is related to the value of the property, and your interest rate is 7%. So. If your property that you are renting is worth R1 million, you more than likely will pay 7, or you probably
7,
will pay
000.
9,000. No, 8,000.
9.
But if you buy for R1 million, you'll pay 7,000. So you're literally now paying the same for buying as what you are paying for renting. So that is why the first-time homeowners percentage, 64% of all sales is now the first-time homeowners. That's buying.
How do people get the money together? I mean, as somebody who's what's the best way to get that money together, to get that first place? I mean, you got to go to the. I saw Better Bond on online here as well.
Better Bond, my partners, Erika and Sandra Jarvis. Erika Venter, she's the head for the Eastern Cape. Phenomenal woman. And she gives us training every Monday, her and Sandra. So we always know what the banks are doing. We always know which banks are the most lenient at the moment. So just remember, if your bank is Standard Bank, it's not to
Yeah.
say that Standard Bank has got an appetite this month. It might be FNB or ABSA Bank that's got the appetite. So that's why it's so important to work with a company like Betterbond, because they will know at any given time. The banks sometimes have got an appetite and not. So they know where to place it, and also they know where the best interest rates are given at any given time. But long story short, it's extremely important that as soon as you have an income, that you must get to Sandra or Erica at Betterbond and ask them, what do I qualify for?
Yeah, yeah.
And
So it's just that standard income that you need. You need to have this, standard income, this, and then you can get something.
You know what the easiest way to work it out on a 10% interest rate is always, if you want to buy a house for instance, 1 million rand, you need to earn 30,000. That is a 10% interest rate. So you always times the amount that you want to buy with 3, and you divide it by 100, and then you actually see a plus minus if the interest rates do go up to 10%, because currently it's 7. But also be mindful that the interest rates are not going to stay at 7%. It more than likely will go up. The indicators are that it's not going to go up this year or next year. But from probably 2023, the interest rates are going to slowly go up. Now, if you can remember, in 1997, when we bought this house, the interest rates were 23, 24%.
Yeah.
So
I remember that. I remember that.
Your mind that it can go up again. So when you buy, be mindful. But I think for now, also remember now your salary will increase, and the best thing to do is to buy that property and rather buy than rent, because that's also a way for people to save, because at the end of the day, if you've got an asset, you can borrow money again at a later stage if you need to do something else. And also, just quickly, the property that you need to pay off is always your primary residence, and the investment properties you always need to bond to the full, so you can after some
Okay. Wow.
So, we give many training sessions.
Lots of advice.
Investing properties, so we can definitely assist and help. And any of my beautiful agents that work for me, they know exactly how to work out your investment portfolios. So you guys can definitely get it.
And also sister at work.
Oh, my sister. Hello, Mandy.
And I see Mark's online as well. There we go. It's my amazing wife and best friend. It's great to do life with you.
Oh, I love you guys.
And Kerry Rossa.
We've been to many of the Ironmans to men together.
Oh, lovely.
You know what? That's what I'm saying. PE is just so amazing. I mean, we've got the best people, and we need to really treasure it, nurture it, and let's build PE together, Gino. Or with all these wonderful people. Let's not stop.
I'm in.
And let's be happy doing it. Let's be positive. Let's smile. Let's laugh, and enjoy life together.
Yeah, there's only, I mean, you know, especially with COVID happening now, so many people close to us passing on. But, you know, it's like this constant worry about people's health and, you know, people dying. And it's like, it makes you realize that you've only got this one life, man. It's like, it's now. It's now.
Yes.
It's like now.
Yes. Enjoy it. Embrace it. And the thing is, stop fighting. You know, I see so many people fighting all the time, and I think, what? Why?
What for?
Why do you always look for trouble? Why do you look at the negative and not the positive? You know, we just need to be graceful with one another, and I think that to me is very important. Stop saying nasty things to people or about people. Just appreciate people and
it does no good.
Harmonious.
Yeah. Okay, so which PE suburb sells the most?
You know what?
Who's the winner?
Everywhere. We're selling in every single area. There's not one area that is not selling. We are selling across the board, and it's all about value. If you've got a property, it's well taken care of. Properties are so sought after. We literally get up to 6 offers on one house If the house is under $1 million, we literally, I mean, at one of the shows, we had 40 people through the house, and the people were fighting. And that is why I said just now, it's so sad for me when people have put their hearts on this property and they so badly want it and they lose it. And you think, oh, because, you know, everything is about speed. And that is why also to the people that are watching that wants to get into property, you need to get your pre-approval. If you have not sent your 3 months bank statements with your payslip in, and you don't have your approval ready, when that property comes in and you want it, you will not get it unless it's already with Better Bond, and they already have got the pre-approval. So what we do, we do the pre-approval for the client. When we sign the OTP, all the paperwork is already there. We send the OTP and
what's the OTP?
The offer to purchase.
Okay, I got it.
Then
Just
the
checking
offer
this.
to purchase, and it gets processed and the deal is done. We literally get final approvals in 2 days. If everything is in. So if you
have to have that money ready. You have to have it there, and then you can negotiate.
Not the money, just your pre-approval to say that you are.
Yeah.
You can get 100% grant, but then obviously also you need the costs. So that's the only other thing you do need. You do need the cost. So speak to one of my agents prior to you, you know, doing the deal, so that you know if you want to buy for $1 million, this is the cost that you will need, so that you can start saving it and not then get there and then you don't have the cost and you lose it. Because normally what we do with a multiple offer situation, we say that the bond approval needs to be in as well as the cost needs to be paid in. So if you don't have the money ready, you might also then lose out and not get the house.
Okay. I see Paniota Butts is online as well. The Greeks are in the house as well. She says working for you for the past 14 years was beyond amazing as well. I see that. Lovely.
Thank you, Pana. Love you, Pana. Pana is one of our shine sun rays in our office. And my brother, love you, Boetie.
Is it your Boetie?
It's my Boetie daai.
Was jy 'n venter geweest?
Ek was 'n venter, ja. Actually, I've had so many surnames because I was home, then my father died, then my mother remarried, then I'm venter. Then I married Rudy, and he passed, and I was Potgieter. Now I'm Potgieter Matthias. Maar I've only had 2 husbands.
Potgieter Matthias, daar's hy. We can have a quadro-barreled name.
Yeah, now I've got my Matthias, and he's my rock. He's a wonderful husband, and I'm really grateful for God that gave me a wonderful husband the second time around as well. So I'm really blessed that I've got 2 wonderful husbands.
Absolutely. Now, are you a goal setter? Do you set goals?
You know what? Always.
Really?
I know exactly what I want to achieve, and you know what my goal is?
What?
Is just to be the very best at everything I do.
That's a very wide goal.
And now, you know what? Can I tell you? When I started I did my course with Neil McLagan, and and when I was just a little bit of history about myself, and I've always been like that. When I was in Zip A, I sat in front and I saw the children walking, the prefects and the head girl walking up, and I thought, I'm going to be head girl. When I started teaching, I wanted to be the headmaster. When I started my course with Neil McLagan, I sat in the class and I thought I want to be the #1 agent. And I sat there and I wanted to say it, but I thought I cannot say that. I don't know these people in this course with me that you think I'm crazy. But I was thinking that. And I think if you think it, if you believe it, it can be.
Yeah. You know, Liesel Gravenstein was on and she said exactly that same thing. She wanted to be head girl, and then she was head girl, and then she wanted to be this.
I wasn't head girl, I was really head girl. And you know what? I must tell you the saddest thing.
Yeah.
When we came from the Free State, remember I told you, and up until standard 4, I was in the Free State. In standard 4, I was in a school with a primary and a high school together.
Okay.
They didn't actually. You couldn't become a head girl in standard 5 because the prefects and the head girl and deputy head girl was in standard 10.
Oh.
So if I came to Shoutout I
Yes.
walked into a class and I had that mentality. And there were only 2 children in the whole class that were not prefects, and I was one of them. You know how I
Oh, it's
was.
good. It takes you back. You know, we always need to be taken back to the ground every now and again, just to be, you
And,
know, go
and
and
I
clean
must.
some mold off the ceiling again. You know what I mean?
And the thing is, just it was the hardest thing for me. And I think it just grounded me again to know that,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah.
what? Sometimes life happens and it doesn't
Yeah, yeah.
always give you what you want. And just
Yeah.
one message to everyone. When I was a teacher, I applied for a post at Charlo. Because now
Yes.
remember, I was now at Moderbach. I wanted to now
Yes.
step up.
Okay.
And
Yes.
I applied for the post. And then, I mean, my CV was probably the best CV because I conducted the choir. I started SC. I was the cross country captain for the Eastern Cape. I did everything,
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
that you could do.
Yes.
And I put my CV in, and I was sure that I was going to get it because there was nothing I couldn't do. I could teach all the sports, I could do
Yeah.
everything. And I was sitting in front of that phone waiting for the call for them to tell me I got the post. And I was
Yeah.
sitting my phone, my mother, I said, Mama, bel my asseblief, want ek dink is iets fout met my phone. Hulle het my nog nie gebel nie. I haven't phone nie. There must be something wrong with this phone. And you know what? The lady that got the post could only give chess and she got it. Not that I'm saying she wasn't a great teacher,
Yeah.
she was a teacher. They obviously
Yeah.
were looking for somebody with chess. That's the only thing I couldn't do was play. But anyway, you know what? If I moved to Charlotte, I probably still
Yeah.
would have been a teacher today because I would have been
Yeah.
happy in my environment. It's a school that I taught at.
Yes.
So what I'm
Yes.
saying is God sometimes closes doors. And when God
Yeah.
closes the door, you must not ask why he's closing the door. Because he
Yeah.
closed the Charlotte door because he knew that it needed to be hard for me there at Moderbach because it's
Yeah.
difficult to to teach some of the children, or the circumstances were
Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
really tough there at that school.
Yeah. Yes.
But I then started in real estate. And then if I didn't start in real estate and Rudy died, I never would have been able to give my children
Yeah.
the life that I gave them
Yeah. Yeah.
after
Yeah.
Rudy passed on. So my
Yeah.
message to
She was.
everyone is that when God closes a door, don't ask why. Just know that there's a better reason and there's something
Yeah.
better that God wants for you. And just
For sure.
embrace it, grab it,
Yeah.
and immediately, when something doesn't happen, just immediately do what you can
Yeah.
do to the best of your ability to make it
Yeah.
work. And for that reason, I'm so glad that I didn't get that post at Charlo. And
Yeah.
I cried my eyes out and I said to my mom, Mommy, why? I know I'm the best candidate. I would have done Charlo. I could have become headmaster at Charlo. But God had another plan. God didn't have to have that
Yeah.
plan for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and today when I look back, I just know that God has just steered me every step of the way. Wherever He wanted me to go, He guided me. And I'm
Yes.
just grateful for where I ended.
So you've got a
And
strong faith as well. You've got strong faith.
no, that's my life, is my
Yeah.
faith.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I live every day just um, um, in
Yeah.
in awe of God. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I just know that, you know what, everything and everyone around me will be fine because we all are exactly where we're
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm grateful for PE and for people that's put me where I am, and
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just grateful.
No, I was just drawing parallels with Liesel Gravenstein there because I see lots actually. but no, it's we're going to do something now called getting to know you, Kobie. We'll go for the last 2 sections that we do as in the.
To know you, get to know all about you.
Get to know you. There we go. So, well, I think you've answered it. You've probably answered this one as well. But what other road might you have followed if you weren't an estate agent? If you couldn't be an estate agent, what else would you go to? I mean, you say teaching, but maybe there's something else now that you might go into if you couldn't do estate agents.
No, I probably would have still been a teacher.
Teacher.
And yeah, but I know that I never would have stayed a teacher. I probably would
Yeah.
have opened my own school, like
Yes,
Philippa.
Philippa.
I think I would have been like Philippa because when I started in real estate as well, I just couldn't find a company that I wanted to work with because I
Yeah.
wanted to do things in a certain way. And I just realized that if I want everything to work the way that I want it to work, I will have to build it and
Get
do
your
it.
own one.
And,
Yeah, for
and that's
sure.
how I did it because I wanted a Christian environment. We start all our meetings with prayer, and the ethos at the company is just amazing. You know, we literally like brothers and sisters. We stand together. We help one another. We build one another. We've got small teams. We encourage one another. So I think if you want something to be in a certain way, you need to make it.
Yeah. Make your
and
own.
then you make your own.
Yeah. So yeah, you would have done a school. There we go. Now, what's the craziest thing that ever happened to you while trying to sell a house? Can you think of anything that's gone like bedorned? What do you think? This is bedorned. What is going on?
Listen, the one thing that just jumps to mind is I was selling a house of a dominee, and he said that there was no roof leaks. And then when I sold it, the purchaser found buckets in the roof, and the roof was full. So I was thinking, I'm so big in my faith. I was thinking, yeah, how can this be?
It's a dominee.
We never could have done. But you know what? Maybe the bucket just never overflown and he never found out. Maybe the previous people
know.
put the bucket. You never know. You never know.
Maybe he wasn't really lying. He just didn't know that it was a bucket up there.
No. But you often put your tongue in your cheek and you're like, oh, yeah.
What's the hardest that you've ever worked?
Every day. But I love every second. I work very hard every day.
You strike me as someone like it's difficult. Like you never on the phone a little bit. Only you're going to get you on the phone for like 5 minutes. Quickly. Kobie's ready. Kobie, waar is jy? Hy's weg. Sy's weg.
I don't know how my family, that they haven't fired me is a miracle. But you always have so much to do, and but I must say, my children are my life as well, and I always made times to. I mean, I never missed the cricket. I never missed the hockey. So I think you know what you have to be there in the moment. I was flying up to Joburg when Lexi was playing SA cricket. And I think that is what a successful day to me is when I firstly looked after my family, my children, and I did everything I could for my clients. And yes, I don't have a lot of time. So my time is always limited. My day literally ran every hour, every 1.5 hours, I've got another appointment. So if what was sad to me and that my children didn't understand in the very beginning is that I needed to make an appointment. They needed to make an appointment with me to see me. And that was sad. And they always said to me, Mommy, why do I have to make an appointment to my mother? I said, an appointment with me. I always want to be available, but it's just not going to work like that. I needed to literally train them. And I think now that they are older, they only now understand that I build whatever I build for them,
Yes, of course, yes.
And for Mark and myself and for the children, because life is tough and you need to provide and you need to do your thing. And I think if there's one thing that I did instill in my children, is that you have got responsibilities and you need to prioritize and you need to make sure that you get to everything and everyone to make sure that life works. And I will make time for them. And I always did make time for them. And what Lexi said now about the mommy-daughter evenings, I always had mommy-daughter evenings where I actually took Carmen and Lexi out for an evening just with them. Just them. Lexi, myself, Carmen, myself, where it was just us. And we went and we eat out once a week so that I could sit and look them in the eyes and just was just
Check what's
us.
going on as well. Wat
Nobody-
maak julle nou?
And yeah, as children,
Yeah.
sometimes when they don't want to chat to you, they just turn their backs and then I've got this to go and do. But when you get them there and they
Yes.
sit in front of you in a restaurant, they can't run out. You get them there.
Oh, good.
And they tell me after a while, we'll chat, and then all the things that they don't really want to tell me just comes out.
Yeah.
And
Okay. Good.
all
Good.
those
That's
things.
such a good thing. I see. Lydia saying that Kobie does everything at one time. She can do her nails and have lunch and drive all at the same time.
I'm just going to explain quickly, Gino. So we're driving. Now, Lydia's sitting on this side, or Tertia, but then I never have time to eat. You never have time to eat. There's no appointment in the book for eating. So what we do sometimes, we will get like a sandwich or something or whatever, and I will then, the person sitting next to me, because I'm driving and I'm, the other thing I might have wanted to do is become a race driver. I love driving.
Formula
I'm
One.
very good with driving. Formula One, I think that could have been a thing for me. And I always say my previous life, I'm sure, was a race driver because I'm very good on the car. But anyway, so then Lydia will hold the bucky because Mark cooks such nice food. Then
Nice.
in the evenings before, I would dish them in. Then I would have my fork in. Then Lydia would hold the bowl. Then I would have take the bucky. Then I give the bowl back to her. So we're always having fun, and every day is like an adventure.
Well, it sounds like a lovely environment to work in. I'm sure people are
Really
thinking.
laughing. Yeah.
Absolutely.
With Lydia, with Oki, with CJ, the people that's in my
Lovely.
I have got the most amazing people, and I never ever would have achieved also what I've achieved without my team that's
course.
around me, and my office, my people, my agents, my admin, my leadership with Esme. I just, when I look at my agents and I look at they are my friends, because we don't have a lot of time to spend with other people because we really. It's almost like a 24/7, 365 scenario. And
Yes,
we
it's
always
like that.
and always like exchanging ideas and sharing and helping one another. So I just think when you're in an office like that, where your agents and your colleagues become your family, we've been through divorces, we've been through deaths, we've been through births, we've been through marriages, and we have got like the kitchen tea, the stalk parties here at my house, and the celebrations, and we literally live life together, and that's what's very special to me.
But isn't it like that in a work situation? I mean, you're spending most of your lives with these people, and it's not necessarily because you've kind of you suppose you have chosen it in a way, but I mean, if you're working with people, you haven't really chosen. You're in there, and you live in this environment where you're living, you're spending more time with these people than your family sometimes.
That's true. But that is why I always say, and I'm very grateful for that as well, Gino. I believe that everybody that's at ReMax gets sent there. Because I also don't poach agents from other companies. I believe that agents must come to me if they want to be with me. And I also want to train agents up to work like me. And the people that come there are people that gel with me and people that connect with the type of people that are there. And that's why I don't allow just anybody in at ReMax, because for me, I always say your heart needs to be right, because I can teach you what you don't know, but I can't change your heart. And that's my motto. I want people with good, nice hearts, people that are reliable, people that are honest, ethical, and that can live by our ethos. And I think that's also why the office is so successful, is because of that the same characteristics and the same ethos and strength and everything. And I think every single leader or owner of a company should have very strong principles and
integrity. Integrity is the thing, isn't it?
Integrity and have something that the company stands for.
Yeah.
You know, there needs to be, you know, what are you? Who are you? You know, what
Yeah.
is your
Yeah.
message? And
Yeah.
yeah, I think for me that is always very important.
All right. Any mentors, your mentors that you've had over the years?
I've had a lots of wonderful people in my life, and I don't have one person in specific, but I've
Yeah.
taken so many things from the many people in my life. My first one, it's definitely my mother. My mother
Yeah.
loves unconditionally. I don't know if you've met my mother,
Yeah.
but she's an angel. And you know what I really got from my mother is that she just loves. And I think
Yeah.
anybody in life, any child can excel if they just get love and
Yes.
somebody that believes in me. My mother always said to me, I could do anything that I put my mind to, and I believed her. And nothing that I never doubted my ability because I knew
Yeah.
my mother always told me I'm the best and I'm the greatest. So I
Yeah.
think firstly, you need that person. Then when I was a teacher at Morebach, firstly, it was ma'am. Secondly, it was ma'am. She was our CSP leader at DF Malaba.
Okay.
That's actually
Yeah.
played a very important role in my life. And then it
Okay.
was Verna Williams. She was my head of
Yeah.
department at Morebach, a
Okay.
phenomenal woman that I've
Yeah.
learned so much from. And and I think then it was basically just I think I also learned a lot from Mark, if I
Yes.
must say, my current husband, because I
Yes.
was very soft, very too soft, and
Okay.
I think, you know, sometimes as an owner and a leader, you need to sometimes be much more.
Tough.
I was, yeah, tough. And I think
Yeah.
that's one thing I learned from him because he's very tough. I taught him to be
Okay.
soft. You know, he was like
Okay.
really,
Yes. Yes. You
yes,
mixed it. You mix it together. You
yes,
know.
I was too much on that side and he was too much on that side, and we were like met in the middle. And I think
Oh,
we
lovely.
both got a lot of strengths that we learned from one another. And he
Yeah.
taught me to be much more stronger. I was always strong. I was always a leader.
Yeah.
um, I I think I just became a little bit more assertive in the
Yeah.
business,
Okay. Okay.
and I must thank him for that. You know, he
Yes.
helped me because in business sometimes you need to make tough decisions, and
Yes.
I needed to fire people in the beginning. It was really difficult for me to fire people because, you know, but I just
Yeah.
realized. But you know what? You can actually do it in a nice way. I
Yes.
never fired anybody in an ugly way. I just say, you know what? No, what
That's not what they said.
you know what? You know what?
I'm joking.
Sometimes it's something it's just not for somebody, and you
Yeah. Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
do more harm than good than keeping
Yes.
somebody in that position where they actually shouldn't be, and they're not actually happy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you
Yes.
need to call a spade and say, "Kyk, dit werk maar nou nie vir jou of vir my nie."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what? Maybe I can help you, and then you give
Yeah.
advice. And you never
Yeah.
do it, and you never break the person down, but you actually just say, you know what, it's not working.
Yeah.
And I think also dealing with him, it became easier for me to be
Yeah.
more
Yeah. Yeah.
certain to things like that. So
At
yeah,
school,
role model.
were you quiet like that at school? Then you were a bit. You were,
No,
you were quiet.
I was not like Lexi. No, I was not like
Oh, okay.
Lexi.
No, you
I was,
went out there. Wow. I went there. Yeah.
was
Yeah.
more like Lexi. I think I was more like Carmen. And
Yes.
Carmen was a leader and Lexi was a leader, but they are totally different personalities. But I must say that I always I was always quiet, but I always knew exactly what I wanted, and I could
Yeah.
convey it in a very, you know, a straight way, if I can
Yes.
call it
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so I think I was not loud, but I mean, I could stand up and speak in front of people, and
Yeah.
luckily that, you know, one of the God's given me that talent,
Yes.
to be able to, and that's why I also did the modeling and maybe teach the children how to
Yes.
actually convey information and how to stand on a stage. And you know what was so wonderful for me when I at the modeling school?
Yes.
The children would come in the beginning and they would hide behind the curtains, when they needed to speak in the microphone, because it was very important for
Yes.
me to actually teach them to stand in front of people and speak. And
Yes.
then they would hide behind the curtains, and some of them would cry, and then eventually they would take that mic and come out and do their thing and say their thing, and they would have that
Yes.
confidence. And it's only with
Yes.
practice to actually get to be able to do that. So
That sense of triumph, I did it. That's the thing.
the
Yeah.
problem was I couldn't get them off the stage. They would carry on and I would say, "Thank you, my baby, you can go now," But I think
I love
it's developing people all my life. It's just something that just gives me a huge feeling of satisfaction when I see a child, whether it's a child, whether it's an agent, whether it's whoever it is,
Yeah.
to come to me in this form. And when I've worked with him, they just blossom and they excel, and I can just see that it's not the same person that I got. This is somebody that's living out their full potential. They realize who they are, what they are, what they're capable of, and then you can just see how they can actually so that's really amazing.
Okay. Okay? Let's get some crazy questions here as well. What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever bought?
Oh, probably shoes that I never wear.
Shoes.
I love shoes, and you know what? I've got a bunion on my left foot, and it's so sore. I see the.
Can we see it? No, we don't. I'm checking.
So again, I buy this shoe, and I think, you know what? Maybe it'll be for an evening, and I'll be sitting the whole evening. So I've got a whole shoes, and I'll probably never wear it because now I'm too old to wear these. I just cannot wear high heel shoes anymore. So ridiculous. I don't know why.
Okay, what's the most embarrassing story from your childhood?
When I changed my name, I actually went to a party. I went to a party, and we were standing. I think it was in the street, and the child didn't have any friends. So what happened is the mother invited all the children in the street, and I was one of the children in the street, so nobody knew anyone. So we were all standing in a circle, and because nobody knew anyone, they went around, and everybody needed to say their names.
Yes.
So where they were going around, and like 3 spaces from me, there was a boy that stood there. And when they got to him, he said his name was Kobie. And I was like 5. And I looked at this boy and I thought, no ways, my mother gave me a boy's name. So they got to me, and I said, Runel.
Runel.
Everybody called me Runel. And I got home.
Ordentlijke naam. Runel.
Mommy, how could you give me a boy's name? The boy at the party, his name was Kobie. But then obviously he was Kobies.
Yes, he was Kobies.
My name is Jacoba. And Kobie. So that was very embarrassing because I stood there and I went red in my face because I can't lie. So and I said, okay, now what now? And I said, Runel.
I think I will call you Runel from now. That is this morning.
So now I love Kobie.
Yeah, it is. And the music, your music, your go-to music when you're playing. What's your favorite songs at the moment?
You know what? Mark and myself, we've got to play some plate. And you will not believe it, but I love Neil Diamond. It's so old. But when we go there and we want to just mellow, we put Neil Diamond on it. And
red wine.
I love it. And I also love Queen, and I love Afrikaans music. I love Demi Moore, and all the Afrikaans. Afrikaans is groot. I know all this from Afrikaans is groot. I'm an Afrikaans girl.
Yeah, Afrikaanse meisie.
And I love cookie, van dans and al die dinge.
Yeah. Do you have any controversial opinions?
No, I think I'm very much. No, I think
You like to
everybody.
smooth the waters, rather.
No. I'm a very strong believer in what I'm believing, and I'm not scared
Yeah,
to.
Okay.
I mean, with religion, with politics, I've got my opinions about things, and
Yeah.
especially with, I mean, um, with women and crime
Yeah.
against women,
Yes.
violence against women, all those things I'm very vocal about. And
Okay.
I'm really a fighter for women in general, and I will
Yeah.
not fight if somebody also, treats somebody disrespectfully, in a
Yes.
even in a public place, or
Yes.
or if somebody belittles somebody, I
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like
It's not
that.
nice. Have
That
you ever
I
really
just
been very, very angry? Have you been really angry ever?
I don't get angry quickly, but when I
Yeah.
do get angry,
Get the
I hardly
mooren.
get angry. But when I get angry, then you just need to not come close to me,
Okay.
because no, I don't get angry for stupid things, but for people, I will more get angry if other people get offended, or
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
um, I will very seldom um, get angry if somebody does something to me.
Yes.
But
Yes.
somebody does something to somebody else that cannot defend themselves, I will literally take them on and I will sort them. You know, old people, children,
Yes.
women, I'm not scared of anyone. I'll take them on, head on.
What's the strangest rumor you've ever heard about yourself?
Um,
Can you think of one? A
yeah,
rumor.
yeah. Um,
What are the other estate agents? Oh, that Kobie. Oh, you know. Say it,
no,
Vicky.
no. Now you know what. Now you know what the rumor is that I've heard is
Yes.
that people say I'm a snob and I think a lot of myself and things like that. That is what
Oh,
I've heard.
yes.
But when I said to you about people not knowing me, speaking about me,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
anybody that knows me know that I'm plat op die aarde.
Yeah.
Geen
Yeah.
things is wie ek is. My ma sê altyd, my kind, vandat jy 5 jaar is jy nog dieselfde. I'm still the same person that I was when I was 5. You
Yes.
know, I'm like,
Yes.
maybe
No.
I'm boring, Gino. I think I'm boring. I've just always been,
I don't think you're boring.
no, yeah.
No, very nice. I think you're always on the go. That's the thing. You can't possibly be boring.
What I mean by that is that I'm very predictable. I'm
Oh,
extremely predictable. So
okay.
the way that I am today is the way I'm going to be tomorrow, the way I'm going to
Tomorrow
be.
as well.
So people
No
know,
surprises.
no, there's no surprises with me. When
Okay.
people ask questions, then they don't actually need to ask me to know what my answer is going to be, if you hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
know what my answer is going to be, because it's always consistently the same. I'm
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
deviating from who I am. I will always
Yes.
fight for the less fortunate. I will always fight for the underprivileged. I will always fight for people
The
that
underdog.
I love it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's my,
Okay. That's your
predictable.
so you're slightly predictable, but I wouldn't say boring. When you're not working, how do you like to spend your time?
I love braaiing with my family. So if my family can be around me and I can braai, julle as daai
I'll say.
vuurtjie is, dan is ek gelukkig. And then if Mark braais me 'n choppie en 'n braaibroodjie, ek maak die braaibroodjies. En dan as ons en 'n glasie champagne, ek drink nie baie nie, maar ek sal so op 'n aand 1 en 'n halwe glasie drink. But I love
Mooi.
my bubbles. I love my bubbles. So if I sit there with a fire and I have my champagne and I
Yeah.
have my choppie and my braaibroodjie with my family
Awesome.
around, that is for me the ultimate. The ultimate
Your happy
in my
place.
That's my happy place. By the ice.
Excellent. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it's let's say now in the coming months, are there anything you're looking forward to in the coming months?
Well, in the coming months, I just look forward to being able to maybe go somewhere again. You know,
Yes, yeah. To go. Do you
myself,
like to travel locally or internationally or?
we love traveling internationally, and we always used to go away for 10 days of the year. Then
Yes.
Mark used to take me away for 10 days, and I must
Yeah.
say, just getting onto the plane and being able to go away. I always do have to have Wi-Fi because when my team is
Yeah.
behind, always need to be able to connect. But we also work out specific times. I only do the office, and it's amazing how with
Okay.
technology, I can still
Yeah.
do the negotiations. I can still do that even if I'm overseas. So it's not like I'm
Gee
away
whiz,
and I
okay.
don't have connection.
Because that's the
But
problem
I
to get
know,
away, from the work as well. It's sometimes difficult, eh?
yes, absolutely. I love it to be able to still be in control. I am a control freak. So
Okay.
when the
But
offer,
OCD.
yes, very much so. So I need to be there when the price needs to be negotiated and the
Okay.
offer needs to be made. Then I need
You
to be
gotta
there.
be
So
there.
I always do. Even when we traveled Italy, Mark showed me the whole of Italy
Yes.
when he went away for his birthday, and
Yes.
we worked it with my team. That he got me a dongle because we were traveling
Okay.
by car,
Yes.
and the dongle could get 5 devices and my phone, my computer, his iPad, my iPad, everything could connect. And then we would
Oh
say,
my
oh,
word.
10 o'clock, I will be available. Then we used to see where
Right.
there's a coffee shop. Then 10
Yeah.
o'clock, I'll be at the coffee shop. I'll quickly do the deal. And then we will travel again and it would be amazing.
Done.
So,
Oh
but,
my word. I
and
think
I
they
love
call it a dongole in Italy.
oh, wow,
You can put 5 devices on your dongole.
so yeah, I
Oh,
also
no.
learned, I think with Mark as well. Mark
Yeah.
also brought a lot of balance to my life that I didn't have because when Rudy
Yes.
was ill, I was the breadwinner, and he
Yes.
was he had brain cancer for 4 years that he couldn't work.
Wow.
So I was in this mode
Okay.
of working and surviving and working, and I
Yes.
did some nights
Yes.
until 8 o'clock. I didn't switch off because
Yeah.
I needed to, when a mother goes into that,
Go.
and I think also when you are in that situation where, there's no other, it's you,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
other, and your husband's
Nobody's
ill,
helping.
nobody's helping, and it's
Yeah.
me and
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
children, and the bills, and everything needs to get paid in this business, and
Yeah.
um, and I think I didn't have balance, and I didn't know how to relax and how to
Yeah.
unwind. And I think
Yeah.
that's why, and also that's probably why I am the way that I am. It's because
Exactly. Yeah.
it created this wheel that's turning so
Yeah.
fast, and I need to keep up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I created this, and
Yes.
and you can't just stop it. But I needed to learn how to actually to start relaxing and building that time for myself and the time for my children and the time for my family
Yes.
that I
Don't you?
neglected.
Don't you find? I mean, it's when you have kids as well. It's a similar thing where your life is not about you anymore. It's about you've got to get stuff done now. This is the kids that need this. They need this. They need that.
And I think it's the survival thing of a mother. I think a
Yeah.
mother feels very strongly. A mother feels that you're responsible. And I mean, you look at those children and they had a wonderful
Yeah.
life. And all of a sudden they look at you and you need to be strong and you need to make up for both parents and to actually get into that mode where I could know that Mark is here. He is
Yeah.
now my
Yeah.
support, and I need to also trust him and rely on him
Yes.
more, and let go. But it was difficult for
Yes.
me. So,
I think
you know,
letting go is probably one of your difficult traits, sounding by the sounds of things. Yeah, when you're going away, you have to work all the time. It's letting go is you got to have to do it sometime, Kobe.
it is a thing. It is a thing. But But you know what? I'm much better at it now. I'm much
You
better at
can
it. I'm
you can come and lie down on my couch, and I'll tell you now. You've got to start letting go, Kobie. You can see it.
yes, yes. I'm still working it.
Now, okay. So a couple of little questions to end of this section. What do you think of tattoos? And do you have any?
No. Can I tell you a quick
Nixie.
funny thing about tattoos?
Yes.
And I don't know how long we're supposed to go. Did we not start it off for 6?
No, yeah, it's fine. There's no rules. There's no rules here. Eh? We're listening. As long as it's interesting, I'm all right.
Ek wil net hierdie dis 'n grappie. So I cannot stand tattoo. I cannot stand
Okay,
more
don't
than
like it.
Yeah, nee. Jy sien nie een gaatjie. My reels, een gaatjie in jou oor en jy kan eyeliner tattoo it and dis dit.
Okay,
So what I
okay.
said to Tommy and Lexi when they were smaller, just to convey my seriousness about, you know, how I feel. So I
Yes.
said, come, Lexi, you know what? You can have tattoos, but whoever gets the first tattoo, the other one will inherit everything I have. So Carmen says to Lexi, are you going to have the first tattoo? Lexi says to Carmen, are you going to have the first tattoo?
Oh, that's a good plan. I like that plan.
Neither one of my children will ever have a tattoo because I will literally keep my word. I will keep my word, and they
That
know
is so nasty.
something.
What a nasty side you have. Oh, my word.
Carmen or Lexi wants tattoos anyway, but you know that's just our.
Ja, no, it's a good one. Is it? So 'n beautiful show, Kobie. So trots om jou in die lewens te hê. Dankie Lydia.
Love you, Lydia.
All right. Okay, we're heading into the quick questions now. Quick fire to end off. All right. All right, rapid fire questions. What was your first job ever out of school?
Out of school, I was working at Pat Pat, and
I like that. Down the beachfront.
no, it was there at Green Acres.
Green Acres.
And announcements over the microphone. You can just imagine. Well done, number 19, number 18. You just won yourself a big game.
Yay! I love it.
And yeah, just thinking that the owner of the company, all the other people were too scared. I was just on that thing the whole time. So whenever he came in, he used to knock with his hand on the counter with his ring, and it went like do. And when he comes around, he said, "When have you made your last announcement?" But whenever he comes around, I was already on the top making my next announcement.
The Pat announcer. That's fantastic.
I worked at Pat.
Yay!
To get my pocket money, you know, to pay
Oh,
for
nice. Yes.
the extra. Yeah, that's what I did.
Like 50 cents an hour or something.
No, it was actually 5 rand an
Woo.
hour. It was 5 rand an hour. I still remember it because I counted, you know, I was like working hard for that 5 rand, making lots of announcements.
You're so fantastic.
I was students to learn how to be a teacher. I did that every weekend.
Oh, lovely. I love it. Okay. What is the one habit you wish you could break?
Habit.
Do you have any habits?
Yes, I actually have got quite a few. I think I'm too much. I just hug people too much.
Oh. Who's it?
don't-
COVID. Jy's 'n super spreader.
I'm a super spreader. My husband always says to me, Lovey, don't hug the people. Maar as ek my stap kry, dan druk ek hulle want ek is lief vir hulle.
I'm the same. I'm trying to hug you now.
I just love to hold people.
No, I'm also tactile.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't break
so
that habit.
it must stop.
No ways. Who was your first celebrity crush?
I never liked celebrities.
Oh,
I must say, no, you know what? They're so fake. I like
Yeah,
people with
but I mean, when you're small, when you're a teenager.
Richard Gere. I always loved him, and Patrick Swayze with Dirty Dancing. I mean, that's really so sexy, and I love dancing. So yeah, I suppose Patrick Swayze definitely with Dirty
Okay.
Dancing.
All right. What are the three things that you can't live without?
Yo, probably. Yo, that's difficult. Probably my makeup because I look really. I've got this. I never leave the house without my makeup because I look
Okay.
really ugly without my makeup. So it'll definitely be my makeup. And
Okay.
for my cell phone, I'm literally, when I don't have my phone with you, you know what? I know it's not good to say this, but I have anxiety. Not that
Okay.
I'm a, but probably my
Yeah.
phone.
Cell phone.
Cell phone, definitely. And yeah, and then things, not people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No, not people. Yeah.
Just say those two.
Yeah,
Makeup
those
and my
two. That's good.
probably my hair.
Okay. Are
Because
you
my hair,
superstitious? Are you superstitious about anything?
not at all. Not at
Not
all.
at all.
No.
Any?
Black cat underneath the ladder walking.
Yeah. Well, again, that's
No,
fine.
no, that's all just nonsense.
Nothing like that. Do you collect anything? Yeah, any hobbies like that?
No, I collect. I don't like hoarding, so I chuck things. I'm
Okay.
not. I don't like a lot of things around me, and there's nothing other than my children's letters and Mark's letters.
Okay.
I love letters, and
Oh, so
and
there
so,
is something. Something.
yeah,
There's
I
something.
actually do letters because
Okay.
gifts to me are not that important. I don't,
Yeah.
gifts are not important to me, but the letter that comes with it or the card that comes
Yeah.
with it. And my children know
Okay.
that when it's my birthday, my biggest gift from them is a letter. And they actually
Okay.
write like 2
Oh,
pages.
nice.
That to me is very
Oh,
important.
you're like Alan Stapleton then, because Alan writes letters to his family all the time. He's great.
Really?
Yes, he's been on the show before. He writes Christmas letters and he puts them on the tree and stuff. That's amazing. I think it's great. You're gonna have to get him for some tips there as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you eat food that's past its expiration date, and if it still smells and looks fine? Can you eat it? It's past its expiry, but it still smells and looks okay. Will you
Yeah.
eat it?
I will.
Oh, you okay? Oh, I like that.
1 day or 2 days. I mean, I buy very expensive yogurt, the coconut yogurt from Woolies,
Ooh,
and sometimes
yes.
it's like 2 days, and I open it, and it's perfect. Then I
Yeah,
eat
it's
it.
fine. I like that.
Because I always like to do it, 2 days ahead of time anyway. But I mean, obviously not
Yes.
everything. Some things, yes.
Yes. Okay, what job would you be terrible at?
Anything where I sit in a desk in an office by myself, I'll go with my head.
Okay.
Definitely administrative, anything like that. I need
Yes.
to be out there with people.
Data
Working.
capture.
Yeah, definitely. No admin. No admin. I hate admin.
How do you rate your karaoke skills?
Very bad. People walk out. Can I just tell you this quick? Lexi.
Yes.
Whenever I start singing, and Lexi will say to me, Mommy, who sings that song? And I would say, okay, Celine Dion. And she would say, let her sing it.
She's full of it.
When she asks me, I don't even try anymore. I don't even sing. I sing in the shower. That's the only place I sing. Because
What's
I've got this terrible voice.
Yeah, okay. What's the most irritating thing that to have you as a roommate? What would irritate people the most?
I think I'm a very good roommate. I don't snore. I don't make any sound. I sleep very soundly, but I'm very sensitive to noise. So I cannot sleep when anybody make a sound. So with the ReMax conventions, I I now just don't share with anyone anymore because
Okay, so yes.
I actually do share with Liesel Gravenstein.
Oh,
when
she does. Yes. But she's also OCD though as well. So she would.
But she doesn't make a noise either.
Yes.
She's dead still. And I sleep dead still. But if anybody makes a noise, then I'm awake. And then I can't sleep, then I'm up the whole night. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Final few. Final few questions. The either ors. We got the either ors. Okay, quick ones. Action, movie, or drama?
Drama. Anything that I love
Yeah.
crying. I love crying.
Drama.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, mooi.
Movies. I
Okay,
hate-
comedy. Comedy or thrillers?
comedy.
Comedy.
Hate
Okay, good.
Don't watch
I don't like thrillers. Maak 'n bietjie sien weer agtig.
That's
All right, reality or fiction?
always reality. Hate fiction.
Reality. Oh, okay. Oh, excellent. Okay. Dancing or cooking classes?
Dancing.
Newspaper or online news?
Online news.
Okay. Local, international travel?
International.
Amusement park or historical sites?
Historical sites.
Oh, you're my favorite. There we go. Hunting trip or ski resort?
Ski resort.
Oh,
I'm
say,
not like the bush. I like the bush. Even though I am a farm
plaas,
girl,
meisie.
I know. I can rough it, but I prefer not to anymore. I did it when I was small. Slept
Okay,
in it.
glamping. Do you like glamping?
Yeah, but now I just want comfort when I'm
Okay. All right. Night owl or early riser?
definitely night owl. I work until about 12 o'clock every night doing emails, but I cannot get up in the
Yeah.
morning and sleep until 7.
Ooh. Okay, dye your hair or natural color?
Oh, definitely dye. I'm white. I'm gray.
No, I say flower or vegetable garden?
Definitely flower. Yeah, I'm not a.
Okay.
I actually don't do either. To be quite honest, all my
Okay,
plants in
no.
the house is fake.
They did. Oh, we won't tell anybody that. Don't worry, nobody's really watching. It's fine.
Not
No,
even
I'm
people
joking.
fake, they're all fake. No, because I'm
dear.
never on to nurture them, and then when I get an orchid,
yeah.
I either put little or too much water. So please don't buy me.
Okay, okay. She's terrible with flowers. Structured routine or go with the flow?
No, I have to be structured because otherwise
Oh,
I won't
really?
get my day.
Okay,
Yeah.
except when you go overseas and somebody else is structuring much more than you would.
No, when I'm on holiday, I don't want any structure. No
Okay,
structure.
okay.
I just want to wake up and do what I want when I want. But obviously during the day, then when I work, there's no time for just just go with the flow.
I see Alice Makocheng on board as well. She's saying no glamping for her either. She wants comfort.
Absolutely, Alice. Absolutely.
All right, live in the past or the present?
Always in the present and the future.
Excellent. Big party or small gathering?
Small gathering.
Nice. Ask permission or beg forgiveness?
Ask forgiveness. No,
Beg-
I will just do it because I know that it's
Yeah.
the best thing to do it, and I'll just
Ask for forgiveness afterwards. Nice.
with me, so I'll just do it, and then I'll say this is the way it was supposed to be happening.
Yes. Okay. Working alone or working in a team?
Working in a team.
Oh man. And final one, honesty or others' feelings?
Honesty.
Honesty.
I would say a combination. I will be honest, but I will say it in a nice way. I think
nice. Yeah,
to be
yes.
honest is very important, but to convey it for me.
Yes.
The way that it's never what you say. It's
I know.
always how you say it. Always.
Yes, absolutely. I see it. Alice is saying that she's a plant whisperer and an avid gardener, so you must call her if she needs it. But Kobie, we won't keep you any longer, so I know Mark's probably got some lekker supper for you as well. Thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Because it's all good.
Yes, no, thank you so much for coming online. It's been fantastic. And I know you said I'm not funny, Gina, but you were fantastic. You were funny, I'm afraid.
Thank you. It was lovely being with you, Gino, and thanks for everything you do for PE and just keeping us on the map and just making us laugh and having fun. We appreciate
Absolute pleasure. Now, Kobie, we've got a final competition for everybody that's online. We've put all the comments together. People have put comments out, and we're going to do our competition and see who's going to win. We need to do like a roulette wheel. Let's see if we can get it done. Yeah, Gary's going to do it. There we go. Okay, so everybody is online. We're going for it. Let's have a look and see who's going to be the winner. It's coming through here. All the people online and all have put in. Oh, and the Sue Snodgrass is the winner. Fantastic. Oh, congratulations. Well done, Sue. Marvelous. So we'll go out there. I'll take it out to the farm there in the middle of is it Sardinia Bay way, I think. That's the way. But thank you, Kobie. You've been an absolute pleasure to have on board. And thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you for inviting me, Gina. It was lovely being with you. Thanks for everybody that watched and that shared. Love you all and love seeing your names on the screen. Thank you.
Lekker. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Ginos Spot. And it's been fantastic having you aboard tonight. Remember, Tuesday is Martin Bester. We're going to do Martin Bester on Tuesday. Thank you to Spa. Thank you to Fitch and Leeds. Thank you to Amobia for the internet as well. And we'll see you on Tuesday.
More than enough for me. So get out of cyberspace and see the enemy. Haven't you got a home to go to? I hope your energy and tea.
Thank you to Kobie. Fantastic.
Thank you to spend the night with me. Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. Drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver, get to Ginos Spot.